Germ, what is up, my man? How are you today?
Good morning. Good morning. How we doing?
Doing great. I got the grape smash Phorm. You got the grape bathrobe. We're
Know it.
matching up. We're matching up right now. Congrats on the win. Listen, we talked last week about the concept of revenge, and I know that got downplayed some, but now that the game is behind you, how much revenge was in what happened Saturday?
Man, honestly, like we obviously had a chip on our shoulder just because we lost to them last year. I wouldn't necessarily say like it was a revenge. It was just more of like um, we know that they're in our way of getting to our goals, and then on top of that, um, they've been talking a whole bunch of trash and saying a whole bunch of stuff on the media. So it was just a little extra fire, I'll say. Saying under our seat to beat them this time around.
Well, you guys already had some really hostile road games in Tallahassee, in Athens. Did Vanderbilt talk more on the field than Florida State or Georgia?
100%, 100%, 100%.
See, and you don't realize this. Like, we lived in a day where Vanderbilt, there were talks of, we've got to figure out a way to get Vanderbilt out of the SEC. They were that bad.
Yeah.
And, like, that's not an exaggeration. And, look, you don't remember this, but, I mean, it was the worst Power 4 team in all of football. And now, like, this swagger they got, it's just amazing where they are.
I mean, they have a really well-coached team, and they have really, really good players. I mean, when you have the portal nowadays, what I'm saying, anybody can go anywhere, and they can build a team up, and with good coaching and good players, a team can always flip that around. So it was a really good challenge for us. You know what I mean. We knew they were going to be a tough team, but we knew that what I'm saying, we couldn't let them get away of our goals.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of the portal, it looks like you brought that robe with you from Seattle. Does that have a husky on it somewhere?
Nah, this new.
That's good. Hey, how important was that drive? It was less than 2 minutes, or I'll call it a 2-minute drill drive there right before the half for not only the game, but for your team and how it set up the second half. And why does that work? I tried to ask Ty this and didn't get a great answer in the post game because somebody else interrupted my question. Why are you guys so good at that? Like, is it? I mean, obviously it takes quarterback, offensive line, and receivers all working together. But you guys seem to be really good at this 1 minute, 2 minute type no huddle like drives. Why does that work for you guys?
Well, we practice it every single day, every single week at practice. That's something that we do. We practice clutch, and we've been doing it since springtime. And it's all about execution and making sure that we're doing all the right things. We're making sure we're getting out of bounds. We're making sure that we're getting the ball to the ref like we're supposed to. Lining up fast, getting our eyes to the sideline, getting the signals and stuff. And then after that, it's just what I'm saying, playing football after that, and letting tie be tie. And then we got all the guys to make the plays. So it's just all about, like I said, just the preparation we do throughout the week, and it shows up in the games, and that was one of the times it showed up, and it was really important for us because they got the ball coming out the half, and we always talk about the middle eight, and putting points on the board, before we went to half was really important, and like Coach Grubb said yesterday, it was one of those drives where it really helped us win the game for sure.
Germie Bernard, the Alabama receiver, with us each week, courtesy of two great sponsors, Phorm Energy and Innisfree Irish Pub. Phorm Energy is derived from green tea extract. That's a natural source of caffeine. It's crafted with zero sugar and natural flavors. You can get it at your local energy drink retailers. I am drinking the grape. Dunaway is drinking the orange. Orange is good. That was my favorite, I think, until I tried the grape.
Yeah. So what I drank over the weekend was a Screaming Freedom.
The Screaming Freedom. And they've also got
this is the Blue Blitz.
That's the Blue Blitz. They've also got the Screaming Freedom, which is Rocket Pop
there we
inspired.
Go.
There you go, like the Rocket Pop.
All those Phorm Energies available, and you can see more at phormenergy.com. That's PHORM, phormenergy.com, and Innisfree.
I can only imagine how good Tuscaloosa's Game Day Sports Bar, the Innisfree Irish Pub, was after the big Vanderbilt win. Not only the great location right there in Tuscaloosa, where you can get lunch and dinner, 5,000 square feet of Irish food, drink, and music, a whole lot of atmosphere just north of the Strip in downtown Tuscaloosa. Also a location right here in Lakeview. Get in, see Nick, see Derek, all the fine folks at the Innisfree Irish Pub.
So everyone I was watching the game with just laughed again when Kadyn Proctor got the carry. It's just funny to watch, Jeremy. I mean, I know you're actually on the field with an assignment there. I think you were in the backfield, were you not?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. It's just funny to watch. I mean, I know as a team, you guys got to love seeing the big guy get it, and he rumbled for a big first down.
Nah, we love it, bro. Like he's so versatile. He could do so many great things for us, and just for coach to give him those opportunities to put him in the position, and for him to execute. I mean, it's really fun to see. Our offense. It highlights everyone. You know what I mean? We get to put guys in a position to make highlight plays, and he's one of those guys.
I think for Alabama fans, they look at Ty, they look at you and the other receivers, and they're like, damn, this side of the offense is really, really good. But there were concerns about consistently running the football. And then Jam Miller comes back against Georgia, gets 16 carries, only 46 yards, but they were important 46 yards. And then this week, more touches, 136 yards in the touchdown. How much does Jam change this offense for you guys?
Jam is a difference maker within the offense. Everybody knows what he can do. He's a big guy for us. He can break runs. He can be really, really good in the pass game. He's just an important key to us that that we need it back, and he's really been helping us a lot. And it's tough to run in the SEC, honestly, man. So it's just like we just gotta keep chopping at the wood and keep allowing him to have those touches, because we know that he's gonna break some. So I'm just excited for him to be back and for him to get in his groove. And I'm very, very proud of how the O-lineman played in the second half. A lot of our run game opened up in the second half, and like Coach Grubb said yesterday, like that's how it has to be the whole game. And it's hard, but we're gonna continue to work at it.
It's not like you came from an FCS program. You guys had game day. You guys had a great home field advantage in Seattle as well with Washington, but. That place in Tuscaloosa, it rocks sometimes. Just having the game day experience with College Game Day there, Nick Saban being honored going into the Hall of Fame, Manziel on their sidelines, Theo Vaughn on their sidelines. It was a pretty electric atmosphere. How do you like these home games in Tuscaloosa?
Honestly, man, I love it. I love it so much. Just seeing all the support from the fans, and all the energy that they bring to the game. It all correlates to us, man. It gives us that extra edge, man. Just knowing that we're playing for not just ourselves, but all of our fans around the world. So we have to come out with that edge, and we can't lose at home. We definitely can't lose at home. And just to play in those environments, like that's what you dream for as a little kid. When you grow up and you watch TV and you just see 100,000 fans, on the screen, and like you could tell that it's loud, but just being in it, it's definitely a dream come true, and it's definitely a blessing.
Well, but now you get to go on the road, and you're playing at Missouri, which is it's the SEC, so of course it's another ranked team you get to face, and you get to face them on the road. What did you learn, or I guess maybe what changed between the Tallahassee road trip and the Athens road trip? They were two different teams that you can draw on for this road trip as well.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The goal is always the same, to go in there, to dominate and empty the stadium. Like that's our whole goal, and it's just like I always say, it's always about us. No matter where we go, whether it's away or home, it's always about what we do and how we execute. Like if we just do our jobs, man, we have a really great team to continue to keep winning, whether it's at home or away.
Hey, back to how bad Vanderbilt was. A buddy reminded me, he's a Mississippi State guy, but you probably don't know the name Fred Smoot, was one of the great all-time lockdown corners in the SEC years ago. He said Fred Smoot once told a Vanderbilt receiver, "I'll let you catch a pass today if you do my homework." That's how bad Vanderbilt was back in the day, and that's a true story.
Smoot smack. They used to have the Smoot smack. You remember?
Oh, yeah. So this Missouri team, Brown brought up, you guys will be on the road. I mean, they're only giving up 14.6 points per game. They are third versus the pass in the SEC. When you look at this defense on film, what do you see?
I see a lot of guys flying around, a lot of guys going out there making plays. They have a great, honestly, they have a great defense overall. But stats don't mean anything. It really doesn't. Vanderbilt had good stats too. Preparing for them. So it don't really mean much. We just know that we gonna prepare how we're supposed to, and we're gonna execute how we're supposed to, and all that is just gonna take care of itself.
11 a.m. kick. That means you're getting to the stadium right at 9 a.m. Central Time, which means you're getting on the bus about 8:30 a.m., 8:40 a.m. So if they would let you, would you wear a robe on the bus to the stadium for an 11 a.m. kick?
Nah, man, this is like, what I'm saying, chill vibe. When it's game day, when it's early, I mean, we be ready to go. We practice early in the morning too, so it's what I'm saying, we're used to that. So it's gonna be fun. I never played at Missouri, obviously, and then I also have one of my old teammates from Michigan State that plays for them, so I get to play against him again.
Do you have I've been meaning to ask you this because we've talked to other players about it, a celebratory meal? Like after a win, is there a particular meal you go to?
Nah, I just eat whatever they give us at the end of the games. But like Mondays, I try to go in and eat UBK, Urban Bar and Kitchen.
Oh, what do you get there?
It depends. Like sometimes I get the salmon or I get the UBK pasta. That's always my go-to.
Okay.
What happened to the kids going to cookout?
That's only for a milkshake, though. That's
Yeah.
only-
Okay.
He's got a designer robe. He's got like 15 of them.
I'll tell you what happened. NIL. Thanks to our friends at Phorm Energy. Yeah, I save up a paycheck to go to that cookhouse. Yes, that's
Cookout's good.
Yeah.
All right, he's Germie Bernard, the Alabama wide receiver on the road to Missouri. Good luck this weekend, Jeremy. We'll see you next Monday, buddy.
Thank you guys. Have a blessed one.